Welcome back. How often have you heard the critics say not all scientists agree climate change is real and man-made? And our guest is already laughing. We've had some great debates between both sides here on the Trapezoid, and we will continue to do so. But tonight we have the opportunity to talk to one of the most preeminent climate scientists of our time, and she now lives right here on the Suncoast. Dr. Terry Root was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2007, along with former Vice President Al Gore. She has a PhD in biology from Princeton, and she was the lead author of 2 reports by the Intergovernmental Panel for Climate Change. And joining us right now is Nobel Prize winner Terry Root. Dr. Root, welcome to the Trapezoid, as we say. And you were laughing there for a little bit. And I want to ask you about something that you told Christopher in the story. You said, I honestly don't believe that the intelligent people have the facts. I honestly believe that they are lying when they say the planet isn't warming because it is so obvious. But you know, we live in a time when facts, as Kellyanne Conway at the White House said, there are alternative facts. And there are a lot of people who are watching this tonight which are saying, you know, what makes your facts better than mine?
Thermometers don't lie. All you have to do is look at the thermometers around the world, and you can tell for sure that the globe is warming. Now, if you want to get into questions about whether it has to do with humans, are we causing the warming or not? But it certainly is a case that the globe is warming, and there's really is not any debate about that.
But you know, those same people will say, well, the globe has always had periods where it's been warmer or colder. In fact, just a couple of weeks ago, President Trump, when we went through that cold spell in the Northeast, said in the East it could be the coldest New Year's Eve on record. Perhaps we could use a little bit of that good old global warming that our country, but not other countries, was going to pay trillions of dollars to protect us against. Bundle up.
Well, we're going to have cold snaps, we're going to have warming. There's a lot of variability that goes on. And if it hadn't been warming, I wonder how cold it actually would have gotten. So, of course, we're going to have times when it does get cold, but those times are not as often as they used to be. We're not going to have as many of them, and they're not going to be as often.
Let me ask you this, because I think if you look at polling of Americans, most Americans believe that climate change is real. We're going to talk about what to do about it later. Mm-hmm. But the reality is most people, when they go out to vote, they're voting in terms of because they're trying to make ends meet. And a lot of people think, before I could save the world, I got to save myself and my family.
Sure, of course. And I think that that's a very important aspect of all of this. But we have to understand that there's a lot of jobs that are involved in trying to save the world from getting too warm. So trying to get us off of the fossil fuel addiction will really bring in a lot of jobs, and it's going to help the economy in a lot of ways. Are there going to be losers? Absolutely, there's going to be losers, but there are going to be winners too. And right now, China is posed to actually be doing a lot of the winning that America should be doing.
For example, correct me if I'm wrong, they are leading the world right now in terms of the manufacturing of solar panels.
Of solar panels, that's right. They're also doing wind turbines too, and they're going to stop having internal combustion engine cars.
I don't know if you realize this, but there was a point in time in the late 1970s that Florida was the domestic capital of solar panel production, and a professor, Yogi Goswami from USF, said that if we can redo that on the I-4 corridor, we could create an industry that will create incredible amounts of jobs.
We could do it. We could do it. We just have to do it. We have to have the political will to actually go for it and do it. We have to have people saying we need to go forward, not stop, stop, stop.
Okay, we are going to take a pause, and I'm going to say something that I say every night, but it's just a little bit more ironic tonight. We are just getting warmed up. We'll have much more on climate change right after we check the First Alert weather.